Hello and welcome to the SOLIDWORKS What's New. In this video we will start by taking a look at the new enhancements in SOLIDWORKS 2026 for performance and UX. This is the transport station. It allows users to control various elements of the Vermeer directional drill while outside of the cockpit. We may want to change the colour of these joystick sub-assemblies to the same red colour as the switches. With the appearance copied, we'll hit F5 on our keyboard to open the selection filters. And now we see there is a new filter components option. This will allow me to click in the graphics area and select entire top-level sub-assemblies or top-level components. We'll control and click the joysticks and paste the appearance to both sub-assemblies. In the past, we would either have to find the sub-assembly in the Feature Manager design tree or use the D key to drill down to what we want using breadcrumbs. Here, we have opened the forward-facing loudspeaker inside of its own window. With the selection filter toolbar still open, we'll select the new option to filter features while working on a part. This will let me click anywhere on the model and faces that are part of the originating feature will highlight. It's a great tool for when you need to edit a part with a very complex design tree, or you find yourself working on a design that you aren't familiar with. For instance, if I select this fillet, all of the fillets that were created with that originating fillet feature will highlight, as well as the associated feature in the tree. I now want to widen the speaker opening, so clicking the side wall of the speaker will show me which feature is associated to this face, and show the connecting dimensions as well. Tapping F6 will toggle off the selection filter, and I can now double click the dimension driving the speaker opening and widen it a little. Next we have the remote control unit part open. We don't currently need this level of detail in this part, so some of the smaller bodies can be removed. But which ones? Now we can use the new Select Bodies by Size option. By sliding the slider, we can progressively select bodies by size. It shows that there are a lot of small components inside the enclosure. We'll settle at 5% and click Select Parent Feature and then OK. Now, we just need to hit the Delete key and yes to all of those bodies being deleted. Next, we'll hit Tab to hide the enclosure and check if there are any parts that were missed by the previous step. We can see that there are 8 large screws that mount the joysticks. These have model threads, but they were too big to be selected in the previous command. Let's use the new Select Bodies by Volume feature to quickly select these bodies. Hitting the spacebar will let me choose a view normal to the front plane. Similar to this functionality previously available in assemblies, we'll simply sketch a rectangle in the graphics area to create a volume. Using the arrows, we can enlarge the volume to capture 8 screws and 2 additional electronic components near the data interface. Making sure Select Parent Feature is checked before clicking OK. With the part selected in the design tree, simply hitting the Delete key on my keyboard will remove these bodies from the part. Back in the transport station assembly, we notice a warning about a dismissed message. In 2026, in System Options, we have the option to highlight any dismissed messages in the status bar. And just before we move on, it's important to highlight that users should see open times in 2026 of up to 30% faster than in previous versions. One other useful enhancement introduced in SOLIDWORKS 2026 is support for dynamic scaling across multiple monitors, which is ideal for users who have monitors of different resolutions. So in summary, in 2026 we can expect to see some improved selection filters, which is useful when editing complex parts and assemblies. Also, some new tools to help us select a large number of bodies. And 2026 will also see improved rebuild performance. Those are some great enhancements for SOLIDWORKS 2026, but great enhancements are no longer just for major releases. You may have seen what's new for 2025, but are you familiar with the enhancements that come out with each FD release? Come with us as we take a quick look back to the best of each. Starting with 2025 FD01 and the option to choose a simplified user interface, which streamlines your interface to the type of document you are working on at that time. Next, the reload from server option allows us to choose a reload option, giving more flexibility. And finally, the component displacement message warns if there is an extreme movement within your assembly, allowing us to easily spot and undo unintentional movements. Now we move on to FD02, where command search capabilities were introduced. Find commands faster through intuitive searching. Also, FD02 introduced a more accessible recent document dialog. Platform documents can be easily accessed even if they are no longer cached locally. FD02 also brought the first big enhancement for working offline in SOLIDWORKS Connected. Now, it can be launched in offline mode when internet connection is not possible at launch. In FD03, we saw the ability to further customize the feature tree through the system option dialog, and also increased large assembly performance. My session will only load first level component metadata initially, retrieving more only when needed. Finally, FD03 saw further improvements when working offline in SOLIDWORKS Connected. Now, we can stay productive without disruption if internet connection is lost mid-session. And that wraps up the enhancement highlights for 2025.